Hi guys, we're starting today's video off a little bit differently today because my usual reading spot is kind of taken over by some stuff that I've been preparing for the Ottawa Mystic Market happening today, October 31st, 2021 in Ottawa, obviously. So if you're in Ottawa, I would love to see you there. We do have a contest going on, so if you buy one of our sigil stickers, you get a ballot entry into our draw for tarot deck that we're going to be using today, the Zombie Tarot. So if you want a chance to win, come on out to the event. I would love to see you there. In terms of today's actual reading, we will get into that. I just wanted to preface that since it is Samhain, this is basically the new year for us witches. So we're going to be examining what's to come in the year ahead, and there might be a specific day or something. I'm including dice in this reading because I thought it would be fun. I don't really incorporate numbers a lot, so it's just like a fun little addition since we've been doing this for about a year now. So thanks for sticking around, and let's get into the video. Bye! Hello my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. Today is Halloween, so happy Halloween. And for us witches, Samhain is the new year. So I thought it might be fun to not only use some Halloween kind of tarot decks today, but also to look at a specific day that is in store over the next witchy year for us. So we have 3 decks here. We have the Book of the Dead Tarot with Opalite. We have the Zombie Tarot with Orange Calcite. And we have the Vampire Tarot with this chevroned amethyst. So I'll give you a second, or feel free to pause the video and see which deck is calling to you, and we'll get right into your reading. Hello my pile ones. If you picked the Opalite or the Book of the Dead Tarot, this is your reading. So we're actually going to start with these dice. I wanted to add dice because I figured it would be cool. I don't really use numbers a lot, so we're going to roll these dice and see if any specific dates come out, maybe a time. There might be some significance to you personally with the numbers that come out, so we will see. So we have 5 and 2, so, or 2 and 5. So 25 or 52 might be significant to you. 25 might be the day of a specific month that something happens. Maybe it's your birthday, I don't know. This could be February 5th. This could be May 2nd. I'm open to other things too if there's an interpretation that I might have missed. Yeah, the number 7 even. So if you're looking for reduced angel numbers, that kind of thing, stuff that you wanted to look up and see what the significance means, or if the number 7 or 5 specifically, or 2 resonates with you, then this may be your reading. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. You can always save the numbers for later. And who knows, maybe in February or May something is going to happen. But we're going to see what's in store. I'm going to start by shuffling, and we'll get into it. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So, first off, I want to say that this looks really good for you overall. So, I don't know exactly what you're moving towards in your own life, but from this, I'm seeing travel, I'm seeing love, I'm seeing a lot of emotional stability, and you learning new things. Just, this looks like you're heading into a really, really good year of expansion in all areas of your life. So with the World card, this is really, like, my first thought when I saw it was travel. So if you're planning a trip in this upcoming witchy year, or even in 2022, then, like, maybe this trip even leads you to love. Because the Two of Cups is, like, that idea of like, a super strong, connected love, you know, like, you pour your hearts into each other kind of thing. So, I do think as this year sort of wraps up, you're really feeling an end. Like, you're feeling things come to a close. You're feeling accomplished, complete in certain areas of your life. Maybe you've worked really hard on yourself and you're kind of like emerging into this new version, which is so exciting for you because it really looks like this is going to be a fantastic part of your life. Like, the Two of Cups is an indication that you're going to meet someone who's really, really influential to you and your personal growth in terms of love. This could be a soulmate. Yeah, I'm feeling strong soulmate vibes with this. I'm realizing also the 5 is this idea of change, and 2 is like 2 peas in a pod kind of thing. So you might be changing your relationship status. If you're with someone, you may be changing it, taking it to the next level. There's more commitment there. I do think, however, there's going to be so much change happening that at your core, even though it's all like really, really good change, I think at your core, you're going to be really exhausted. Like, there's going to be so much that you're keeping up with, and like, that's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, this is a reminder to definitely take breaks. Give yourself time to restore your energy in whatever ways you kind of need. The King of Cups signals this really, like, grounded emotional self. Like, you've put in the work, you've put in the time to understanding your emotions, your boundaries, your needs, that kind of thing. And I think that's really, really going to help you with this love connection, because you're going to be way more upfront. You know what you want, and you're not going to settle for less because you have done the work. So you, like, have a really good grasp of your emotional depth, and I think that's fabulous for you. But that also might be sort of what contributes to the exhaustion. Like, it might be emotional exhaustion if you've done this work recently. Again, like, I know it sounds like a lot between these cards, but it is so worth it. Like, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that this is worth it. And then the Page of Pentacles is this idea of taking on new skills and really integrating them. So this could be your understanding of your emotional self, how to regulate those emotions, or it could be, skills within a relationship, maybe. I just had this idea, so it might not resonate with everybody, but this idea of taking on new skills perhaps you've taken on a job in a different location. You might be moving or even temporarily going to a new place. This doesn't have to be like a physical move, but you might be shifting career paths or something like that. Like your world or your understanding of the world is shifting because of new skills that you've taken on. So that's a good base to start. We're gonna shuffle some other tarot cards. I want to get a row of each of the spooky cards for you guys. We're just gonna move stuff back so that I can fit everything on screen. Okay. Sweet. So we're gonna move on to the Zombie Tarot. And if you jumped through the intro, that's totally okay. But I am going to be at a Mystic Market today, Halloween 2021. And all the information is on my Instagram. So if you're in Ottawa, feel free to stop by. And these cards are actually going to be up for grabs. We have a draw going on, so you can enter in that. I'm gonna put these on top. Just by buying one of our sigil stickers. Maybe one more of these. Ooh. Okay, it said 3, so I guess we'll take it. Okay, so the Page of Cups reversed is these new ideas and stuff are coming to you, and I think, you know, you've got integration of new things, emotional depth and understanding. You know, there's a lot of new things happening right now, so you might be overwhelmed, and this could create some blockages. I think there's also an element of your intuition guiding you, and the more, you know, the more you exhaust yourself, the less in tune you might be with your intuition. So again, really emphasizing the breaks that are necessary with this Seven of Wands. This card also might be an indication of being aware of other people who might not be at the same emotional capacity or, you know, emotional maturity as you, because you've done the work here. So some people might come across as more juvenile, and, you know, they're on their own journey. It's totally okay for you to, you know, leave them to their own devices. You know, you don't owe them growth. Yeah, it looks like you're really, like, focusing on yourself in the top row, and then we've got sort of the temptation of wanting to help others grow down here, but I don't think that is necessary for you. The Four of Swords reversed. This is, again, that burnout, that exhaustion, and I think it goes hand in hand with the Page of Cups reverse, because the more energy you spend on other people and helping them grow, you know, the less energy you have for the stuff that you want to accomplish. So don't let that get in the way of where you're headed. We have the Five of Wands here, upright, and this is a more tense situation. So this could be going hand in hand. Maybe there's someone in your life that there's almost this unspoken expectation that you're going to help them out with everything, even though that's not your job. You know, like, this person might be more dependent on you, and you setting boundaries is going to create some tension between you. And this isn't, like, it's gonna suck in the moment, but it's going to really help you structure yourself and like give you the chance to reassert the boundaries that you've been working on. So I don't think it's like a bad thing overall. Next we have the Page of Hazards, which basically translates to Pentacles for this deck, but they're really keeping the theme, obviously. So the Page of Pentacles is, oh, we've already got it, actually. So, yeah, you're really harnessing this energy of, like, learning things and implementing them. Like, you are developing skills like no other this upcoming year. So, I think this really relates to the boundaries that you're setting and your ability to know what is good for you, like the intuition and stuff that you have as well. Moving through your relationships, you're gonna know when something's no longer serving you and when something's actually draining your energy because of the expectations. So the Knight of Hazards, or Pentacles in reverse, is self-discipline, which is also really important for you, I think. And honestly, it looks like you're going to be exercising it a lot. I think the only thing is the challenge of being self-disciplined when it comes to the idea of helping someone, because it's really tempting to want to help someone grow, especially since you like have the knowledge and stuff, but you like you can lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So, you know, you can offer the tools that you used, but don't hold the person's hand as you walk through it, because you're going to end up getting really sucked in and feel stuck. And I want to see you move forward, you know? Like, I'm sure you want to see you move forward too. Like, you've got the world here, there's love, you know, there's all of these things, but if something's holding you back, like, yeah, you're gonna feel stuck, you're gonna get bored and maybe even resentful, and that's just not the energy you want to be in. So make sure you're setting your boundaries for you. Really important. So we're gonna move these up again because I just never have enough space here. And we're gonna finish off with the Vampire Tarot. So let's see what we've got. Ooh. Okay. So, make sure everything's in frame. Sweet. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords reversed. So, I think this card specifically relates to the situation that we just talked about, where you're going to have to set some boundaries with someone, and you're going to feel, especially if this is like a new experience of setting boundaries, especially with this person, you're going to kind of feel like a bitch, and that's okay. You know what? That's fine. They're going to think, or maybe you're going to assume that they think that you're bitchy or cold-hearted, you know, or just like too sensitive if you're setting a boundary that's based in emotion, you know, like an emotional response. But like, You have to be firm with it. Like I said, this is necessary in order for you to move forward into this, like, the space of this new world where so many things open up for you. So don't be afraid of that. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is your ability to create a safe and secure base. So once you've put up this boundary, once you've laid this boundary rather, that's like a cornerstone. And you're gonna see, like, even though it was hard in the moment, the results of it are going to be like, oh my gosh, you know, this is the way to move forward. You have control over what gets to you, and you know, you have that security. This could also indicate, like, money, making some more money, having money to save, especially for those that it resonated with, that you are starting a new job. Yeah, I really see that working out for you. With the Moon card, I think this is an indication of, like, your personal anxieties when it comes to setting these boundaries and making these changes and sort of going against the expectations or the image of what people had of you. But honestly, like, with the Moon, recognize that other people's interpretation of you is partially based in projections, and it is an illusion of who you are. You experience who you are. The other person has glimpses, and they build the story from there. So it is based in an illusion. You don't have to take on the anxieties of that. So let it go. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is this idea of the hustle, routine, hard work, like whatever this job is that you're moving into, you're going to buckle down, you know, just like go hard. If there isn't like a job that you're going into, this might be like your understanding of yourself, your emotional depth, you know, looking for other ways to practice self-care by setting boundaries, examining your needs and your values and that kind of thing. Like really, really doing the work. Because the work never stops. Check out How to Do the Work by Nicole LePera. I think that's her name. Good book. Anyways, and then we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is sort of couples with the Moon card. So moving through the next year, and I'm not saying like this is forever, but you are going to have those anxieties and stuff popping up. This like worry about what other people think of you and stuff like that. But I don't want you to get down with this. Like always refer back to the idea that other people's expectations of you are not your responsibility to uphold. You make the plan, you know, other people have glimpses of you, but you know who you are. You know what your needs are, stand by them. So it may be scary sometimes, but it's really, really crucial that you know, take care of yourself in this way, stand up for yourself, create space when you need it. Because like I said, this top row, oh my gosh, the stuff that's waiting for you is incredible. You just have to go through the steps of like learning how to set the boundaries. So I'll bring out the dice and give you a moment just to look over the cards, you know, take it all in, and I'll wrap up there. Thank you so much, Group 1. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hi group 2, if you picked the orange calcite or the zombie tarot, this is your reading. So before we get started with the cards, I have these dice that I'm going to roll, and we're going to see if it comes up with any angel numbers or a specific date, maybe a time, just to kind of give you an idea of maybe something specific to look forward to or be aware of. So numbers are 3, 1, 31, 13. Ooh, lucky number 13. 1 and 3. 4, you know. So a few different combinations. This could be January 3rd or March 1st, or the month of April. 103, I don't know, 130 maybe. So we'll set those aside. You know, feel free to check for angel numbers, or if it resonates in a way that I might not have mentioned, feel free to add it in the comments below. So we're gonna get started with your tarot and see what's in store for the witchy year ahead. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so group 1 also had the moon card come out. So we're dealing with some anxieties. We're dealing with some subconscious thoughts, maybe recurring dreams, or just really impactful dreams lately. So, or this idea of illusion. Maybe there's something that your perception of is going to change in this next year. So the 7 of Wands reversed, we have oh my gosh, this is so similar to group 1. Everybody's like exhausted by their anxieties. So yeah, whatever is causing you stress in this new year is going to exhaust you. It's gonna lead you to burnout, and that's not what we want to see. We've got the 10 of Hazards, which is an indication of like dark sides to wealth, home, finances, that kind of thing. Even the body. So this might be this is kind of showing me that you, in your anxieties, are not necessarily taking care of yourself. You might be blaming yourself for, you know, how you're feeling, instead of, you know, offering support for yourself or compassion for yourself, which I think is really, really important here. Because we do have the Ace of Cups at the end, and this is an idea, this is literally the idea of compassion, as well as love and new relationships. So I think this is an indication that you are going to, in the next year, recognize how the anxieties and stuff are really draining your energy, and they're creating things within your body that aren't healthy. Your body, your home, you know, maybe your like anxieties are making you physically ill. Yeah, I'd be wary of that. Or in terms of your home, like you might find that things are out of place, messy, and like you're having a really, really hard time putting things back in order, which might just continue this loop of stress and exhaustion. But the Ace of Cups is an indication that you really need to approach yourself with love and compassion, and maybe even find help through other people, other relationships. Yeah, you're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. the combination of your dice numbers, the number 4, you know, there's it's like 2 and 2. So there are people around who are there to support you. This might be family, friends, a significant other, maybe even pets for some people. So look to your support network when you're kind of experiencing this stress. I'm gonna get one more card from this row. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles. So with this card, this is a loss, or a feeling of loss. You know, going through a period where you don't feel like you have everything that you need. So there's going to be stress, but this is going to push you into a mindset where you want to isolate. With the Ace of Cups, I'm really saying, like, isolation is not the way to go. You're going to find so much more strength with other people. And it's not weak to ask for help. So with the 5 of Hazards, this isolation is going to create more of a lack mindset. It's going to put you into a spiral. And I'm not saying this to freak you out. I'm like, I want to give you enough heads up so that when this happens, you're like, I know what I need to do in order to get out of this faster. So the 5 of Hazards is this, like, it's a warning that once you sort of dip into this, like, oh, I don't have enough, you know, like that scarcity mindset, it's going to make you realize all the ways that you don't have enough. So, like, again, go to your support networks, go and make connections with people and realize, like, the areas of your life that are abundant. I'm not saying, like, your experiences are invalid with this. Like, yes, there are going to be periods of our lives where we don't necessarily have the financial security or just like mental state is all over the place and stuff. And it's really, really easy to see the things that we're lacking because it might create some obstacles. But with this, like, you do have some things that are abundant, and I need you to recognize those in these moments, okay? It's really, really important that you recognize those things. So next we are going to look at the Vampire Tarot. We're not going to count that. That was just a poor handling of the cards on my part. So we'll get some more cards and see what is going on. My goodness. Oh. There we go. Okay, thank you. And maybe 2 more. Okay, we've got a lot of swords cards here. Okay. All right, so, whew, I'm like getting out of breath. I'm facing that exhaustion of the reverse 7 of Wands. So, first of all, the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're gonna, I think you're going to find yourself in these spirals. So maybe this is, you know, an episode, a depressive episode or something like that. I keep coming back to the Ace of Cups. Like, there is support around you. There is a way out of this and stuff. But you have to make the first move. And it's not going to be necessarily easy, but, yeah, you're going to be ending a cycle. So there's going to be some change. I think you're going to release parts of yourself that, maybe you've hung on to a lot, like really, really tightly. So letting go of them kind of feels like you have to start from scratch with yourself, which can be really daunting, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. With this card, I really want you to be aware of the ways that you may be betraying yourself. Because I think, like, if you're going through and you're denying help, because you think, I don't know, like, you have a preconceived notion of how you're supposed to respond to things and you're not living up to that, I think you can betray yourself in ways that, you know, are really painful. But the Ace of Cups is really over here saying, like, be compassionate with yourself. It's so, so important. So the 5 of Swords reversed, this is, I think, sort of the saving grace of whatever you're letting go of here. Because this, whatever you're letting go of here is actually going to allow you to make space for forgiveness for yourself, as well as someone else in your life who might re-enter at this point. And, you know, this gives you both a chance to reconcile your differences, you know, get over past things and find support within each other, which I think is really beautiful. So the 6 of Swords is, I think, whoever this person is, maybe you already have them in mind, but they are going to help you, and you're going to help them release baggage. You're going to let shit go and move into a new version of yourself. And I really, really think this is going to be phenomenal for you, because we've got the Hermit card, which is literally about soul searching. You know, going inward, understanding the self, meeting yourself again, especially after letting this piece go. You're meeting this new version of yourself that's emerging, and it's after like a dark night of the soul, which is like one of the most powerful transitions. And I really, like, as hard as it is to go through it, and as much as you may doubt yourself, like, once you're through, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can handle anything because I know myself to this depth now. I've seen the dark side, you know, and I made it through. I was the one carrying the torch. I was the one lighting my way. But know that you can only keep the flame going again with your support network, because they're gonna help you start the fire, because you're already coming from this place of exhaustion. So you know, I'm not saying like be dependent on these people, but like it's okay to rely on people for certain things at different times in your life. You know, have compassion for yourself. And then we have the Queen of Swords or Queen of Wands rather, in reverse. So this is you reestablishing your confidence, your respect in self, and finding that sense of self that you did with all the soul searching. This is an incredible turnaround, and I think you're really gonna feel it. Like, I can't tell you how much energy I feel like coming through just these 3 cards. Like, this is crazy. So, like, whatever you're going through, oh my gosh, like, it's gonna be a lot. You're gonna need to take a lot of breaths. You're gonna have compassion for yourself, and you're gonna have people around you who are willing to support you. You're going to let go of the parts that are not serving you anymore, and you're going to reconnect with people who are really going to push you on this path to being a better version of yourself for yourself, okay? This is incredible. I'm honestly so proud of you guys. Like, I know this has probably not happened yet, or maybe it has by the time you're watching this, but like, know that I am so proud of you. We're gonna get some final cards from the Book of the Dead Tarot before wrapping up. So, let's see what we got. Whoop! That was fast. Okay, yeah. Yup. Makes sense. Oh my god. Okay. So, starting off at the beginning, as we always do, we've got the 9 of Cups, or rather the 6 of Cups. Sorry, I clearly can't read. So this is really connecting to your childhood self. You have done this soul searching, you know. Oh my gosh, I'm like getting emotional. You've done this soul searching, you've come through, you've understood, you have a better understanding of your sense of self, and you are going into this stage of reconnecting with your inner child. And maybe this has to do with whoever you're reconciling with. This might be someone from your childhood. This might be a parent, maybe a sibling, you know. Someone that was going through it in the same way that you kind of were in the beginning here, and all of a sudden, like, this compassion comes forward, and you have the ability to sort of explain to your inner child why you felt the way that you did back then, and sort of heal those parts of yourself. And I think with the King of Wands in reverse here, this is the high expectations that you've placed on yourself, and this like ruthlessness to uphold them, which has really brought you to this point of exhaustion that we saw here. And you're realizing that these things haven't been these are expectations that you placed on yourself because of what you assumed others expected of you. And this kind of connects back to the moon card that we saw up here of illusion. And I said this with group 1 too, the illusion of you is created by other people who get glimpses rather than getting to know you in the depth that you do with this hermit experience. I hope that made sense. Basically, other people's expectations of you are not your responsibility to uphold. So just keep that in mind. The Ten of Swords in reverse now, because we did have it upright over here. This is incredible. This is like the reversal. So the shit that you went through here, the like intense pain, having to let parts of yourself go, this is your sign that you recover. And it honestly looks like within the year, like within the same cycle, you're recovering and you're regenerating. You are coming through the other side and even reconnecting to the parts of yourself that maybe you had lost before, but you're restructuring them so that they're healthier for you to move forward. The Ten of Wands in reverse here is this idea of you having to do it all yourself. And I think there's going to be a part of you that still wants to do that. You know, it's like, it's a really deep-rooted thing, especially when you kind of grew up with this idea that you had to do things on your own. But with the Ten of Wands in reverse, this is an idea of, or like a suggestion of delegation. You know, you don't need to handle everything yourself. Especially things that like aren't necessarily related to your healing and stuff, like cleaning your house. Even if you have friends who are willing and available to clean your house with you or for you while you just nap or something, like, first of all, amazing friends. But like, ask for help, you know. Allow yourself that. Take care of yourself. Give yourself a damn break. Oh my god, you've gone through so much. And like, all of this is happening for this new beginning. You have the Fool card, which is literally point zero. You have a new beginning, and this is like an encouragement to go forward with the innocence that you found when reconnecting with your inner child, and this like optimism, this understanding of self, but not necessarily knowing the full path, just being open to new opportunities. So put your dice right there so you remember the numbers, and take a deep breath, honestly. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be better than okay. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hello, Group 3. Oh, let me straighten. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. Hello, Group 3. If you picked the Chevron Amethyst or were drawn to the Vampire Tarot, this is your reading. So before we get started with the cards, I wanted to, oh my goodness, I can't seem to stop knocking stuff over. But I wanted to roll some dice for you and just get some angel numbers, or maybe some specific dates or times, to see what's ahead or what days we might need to focus on for the new year. So we've got 3 and 6. So this could be March 6th. I guess it's not a date because there's no 36 or 63, but it could also be June 3rd, the number 9. Yeah. Let me know in the comments below if there's any interpretation that you find resonates with you that I may have missed. You never know, it could help someone else out. So we're going to get into the cards and start with the Vampire Tarot. Okay. Dang, already 2 major arcana. Nice. That's too many. One more for this row. Thank you. Okay. All right, so let's get started. So first of all, we have the High Priestess, and this is really telling me that you are getting in touch with your intuition if you're not already pretty connected to it. The High Priestess is a really, really intuitive kind of spiritual card, so great place to begin. I'm really curious. Yeah, this is like you know a thing about a thing, you know? You've probably tapped into a part of your subconscious mind and you have a better understanding of yourself in a way that most people don't. So definitely use that to your advantage. You also have Temperance, which is this idea about balance, moderation, and taking your time, having patience, and working towards harnessing your purpose. And this may have to do, I feel like a lot of you probably intuitively know what your purpose is, or at least an aspect of your purpose, like to help people or to better understand myself, or I don't know, you know, it's individual for all. And maybe even these could be life path numbers for you, like life path 9. I don't know, check that out. It could be life path 6, life path 3, life path 9, something like that. Definitely check that out. That would be really, really interesting to see. So moving on, we have the Prince of Wands. I always take like a moment with these cards because I'm so worried about reading the thing incorrectly because it's in French and not English. I am bilingual, but brain is not processing fast enough this morning. So the Prince of Wands, which is basically the King of Wands in the regular deck, is this this person who's destined to lead. So this could be you, especially with this idea of your purpose and your intuition and sacred knowledge and that kind of thing. Like you know things in depth, and I think this could be a really good tool for you to lead other people, because you have vision. You know how to put things in place so that it makes it easier for people to follow, and I think that's really, really a skill. So in this new year, this new witchy year, I think you're really harnessing this inner power and putting it to good use. You know, you might be sharing some knowledge and I don't know, offering courses. That might be really specific, but you're offering yourself to other people, whether it's for financial gain or not, who's to say. But I think what you've learned within the last year, you're starting to implement and teach to others this year. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, and this is kind of why I was like, I don't know if it's if it's financial, like if you're getting financial gain. But the Ten of Pentacles is this idea of like wealth coming in. You're feeling secure in your finances, your home, your body, just everything in the material world is like stable and you can take a breath. This is like long-term success I see for you. So like once you know the sacred knowledge about yourself or like the ways of the world or whatever, that's such a strong base for you. And I feel like you've gotten to this level already, and this is like where you're going with it. Like you are going to use that as a solid base foundation and build off of it, and it's going to bring you through to this like this other side where your contribution to others is going to create wealth for you. And this could also indicate a wealth of knowledge. So like the more you give out in terms of your sacred knowledge, the more stuff you didn't even know was out there comes back to you. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is again this idea of intuition that you need to listen to, but what might be a block for you in sort of this flow of events, this chain of events is repressed emotions. So you're going to have to really harness that self-love in order to break past that and continue to have that overwhelming sense of abundance, especially with the Ten of Pentacles here. So yeah, I'm really seeing you moving into this like leadership kind of position, teaching others what you know about yourself and harnessing that intuitive power that you have, but also recognizing the ways in which you still have room to grow. So we're gonna go into the Book of the Dead Tarot and get some more information. Oh my gosh, that was so fast. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll get a couple more. Thank you. Okay, that's good. How do you want to go? Okay. Whew. So, first place we have the Hanged Man in reverse. And this is telling me that because of repressed emotions, stuff that you're not dealing with, there's a little indecision, you're stalling, you are creating delays moving forward, probably out of fear that you're gonna have to like tap into something that you don't necessarily want to. But I think, contrary to what you might believe with this card, you actually like tapping into it, it's probably not going to be as bad as you think it is, and it's going to give you so much in return. The Six of Swords is an indication that oh my gosh, I need to swallow. That whatever this repressed emotion is, it has to do with baggage that you've been carrying for a little while, and it is damn time to release that. Because you have this transition waiting for you. You know, you're ready to emerge on the other side. You just have to cross the waters. So it's totally up to you when to crack into. With these two cards together, I'm feeling like you are overwhelmed by choices and you're stalling. So this could be in terms of your purpose. You know, there's so many ways to go about sharing what you know, or this could be in terms of how you're handling emotional situations within yourself. So just be aware of like the different areas of your life that overwhelm could fall, but also approach yourself with some compassion and allow yourself some lightheartedness. You know, like, even though you're a leader and stuff doesn't mean you don't get to have a little fun, reconnect to past versions of yourself, especially if you're integrating new knowledge. Yeah, new things, new perspectives, that kind of vibe. Because, you know, there's parts of yourself, your childhood self even, that might need healing, and this could be what the baggage is in relation to. So part of what you're learning as you go through this journey is actually going to help you heal. So coming to the end of this row, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is fast thinking and so successful because he just goes for it, you know? Like, yeah. He sees a goal ahead and there's not really much that can steer him off course. And I think that's really, really bold. And it could be a good thing or a bad thing. Just be aware of, again, that balance we saw with temperance. So making sure to balance work and play. So we're going to wrap up with the Zombie Tarot. And if you didn't watch the intro, no hard feelings. But I will be at a market today between 10 and 4. So if you wanted a chance to win this tarot deck, come on out in Ottawa if you're around and see my little booth set up and buy a sigil sticker and have your name entered in the draw. If you're not in Ottawa, that's fine. I'll miss you, but yeah. I'm sure I'll have more contests and stuff in the future. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was so fast. Okay. What is going on? Everybody's got some anxieties going on. Okay, so first off, we have the Ace of Cups upright. So this is a really, really good indication of whatever you were dealing with here with the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's switching it up. You know, we're coming out the other side, and this is an indication of love, compassion, reconnection with yourself. You know, the cup is full again for you. The Ten of Hazards in reverse is an indication, maybe even a warning of things that may get out of hand, or becoming greedy or guarded of the information and the stuff that you have to offer others. So just being aware of that, because whatever you're creating, this like school, this lesson plan, or just general teachings, if you're doing it in some kind of financial thing, just be aware of why you're placing costs on it. You know, think of things ethically and stuff, because the Ten of Hazards is an indication of the like dark sides of wealth, greed, becoming sort of obsessive in that way. The Moon in reverse. I keep seeing the moon come out in everybody's reading. So the Moon in reverse is this idea of those repressed emotions that we saw, and releasing them. sending them back out into the universe, releasing the fears, releasing the confusion that you may have felt with the indecision, the overwhelm. And yeah, you're coming out the other side. Oh my gosh. The Seven of Wands here is you accepting challenges. You persevering through things. You know, there's going to be ups and downs with your own processes as you're taking in new information, and that's fine. You know, totally okay. But you are going to also face challenges, maybe some competition from other people who, you know, see you doing well and they're like, oh, well, if they can do it, so can I. You know, keep yourself protected. Don't really fall into negative spirals with that, or like competition, because I think that's probably actually where the 10 of Hazards comes in. That greed, that desire to like win against competitors, and you don't need that. That's not rooted in your purpose. So yeah, the Seven of Wands is really saying like, keep your head on straight even when competitive. And then finally we have the Queen of Cups here at the end. So the Queen of Cups is this idea of an intuitive, compassionate source of energy, someone who is connected, you know, and I think you have full potential of being this person once you go through the process of, you know, your whatever emotions you've repressed, you know, coming out the other end, flipping it and having compassion and love for yourself and understanding, releasing things, like we saw previously, releasing things, releasing baggage, and reconnecting with yourself. So this is what I'm seeing for you for the upcoming year. Lots of stuff going on for you, but I really think that this is going to be a year that you not only offer a lot of insight to other people, you'll probably help a lot of people grow in their own emotional, maybe even spiritual worlds. And I think it's important that you recognize the things that you're learning too, because those little things that you pick up along the way are going to help push you so much further ahead. It's like baby steps, but then when you look back after the year, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've moved so far. So that is what I'm seeing for you. I'll put your numbers here so you can take one last look at it, take a deep breath, and I will leave you to it. Happy Halloween. I'll see you next time. Bye.